It is time. I am ready, friends. We are dipping back into the world of Ironsworn. How's the quarantine life treating you? Quarantine fam is treating me good, pig. I am just working at home, plugging away the days, getting things done. Going to the grocery store isn't too bad. Actually, it was pretty good this week. Hasn't been. It's been rough, but perseverance. We've got this. Things will get better. But things will not get better for Boss Bleat. They never do. So we're going to play into the world of the Ironlands. Back to where we were before. I'm going to do some recapping of some previous things that have happened, of the truths of our world. But before I do that, I need to thank the individuals who are providing cool things to me this evening. The first being Danheim at danheimmusic.com. Thank you, Danheim, for your amazing music that I've collected on YouTube, on a YouTube playlist. Your super decently sized music for Dark Viking stuff, Mr. Mike Olson. I appreciate it, friend. Thank you for allowing people to use your music. And I'd also like to thank, of course, Sean Tompkin for creating the game that we are playing this evening, Ironsworn, a tabletop RPG of perilous quests, which is free, which you can get for free. Super good game. I'm gonna pull this back. Perfect. Cool. So coming back into this world I haven't been into in a while. This is very exciting to play. I also haven't played by myself in a little while either. We usually have our good friend Josh here playing Katanka, but this evening it will be just me. So let's get back into the truths. Let's just go briefly over the world that we live in. Our version of the Iron Lands, the old world. Raiders drove us from our lands. We escaped to the Iron Lands to survive the Skuld invaders. Iron. The iron here is cursed. Taking it from the earth will destroy your mind. It's used as a punishment for people who commit great crimes. They're turned into husks, iron husks, as their only purpose in life becomes excavating the sacred material. Legacies. There were people who came before us. Their ruins remain. The iron took them. We have learned from their mistakes. Our communities are called circles. We live within them. We haven't really pushed that one forward enough. We need to push the circles for sure. I think I'll bring it in. Like even like Rockmore Temple, where we are right now, would be considered a circle, or even the blacksmiths of Blackstone Fen would be a part of that circle, kind of separating, trying to make their own circle. I should remember that we live in communities called circles, which are settlements ranging in a size from a steading with a few families to a village of several hundred. Interesting. Our leaders are varied as the people. When we were in Fool's Fall, there was a foragers council. When we went to Blackstone Fen, I don't know if we knew who the rulers were. I think it was just the blacksmiths governing themselves. And then here at Rockmore Temple, we have a head monk who dictates the future of those people. Defense. We have war bands for protection. We vow to defend ourselves from raiders. So we actually have armies that protect our land from being invaded and destroyed again. Mysticism. Magic is a myth and legend to most, and best kept secret to few. So it's kind of rare. We have a little bit of magic, which is fun. Dark magic, but we've got it. The gods have abandoned us, so our religion is very... there isn't much of one. Not anymore. The old gods exist, but that's about it. Do you want me to do a summary of last time? You can throw one up if you want, Pig. It's totally cool. I'm going to. I'll totally read it out if you've got like a quickie. I'm gonna read out my journal, from last time, and just like what I'm gonna do next to kind of remind myself. Oh, you already got it. I'll read that off. No problem. Beasts. The beasts of the old world are nothing. Beasts of old are nothing but legend. Horrors are nothing but stories to frighten children. So beasts and horrors, they're nothing. Even though we come across them so often. That's because they're cool. It's kind of hard to play this off without it just sort of being the belief of people. Not having beasts or horrors in your game that's a little weird. It feels like it doesn't work. So I think these are just what is believed. I just like getting into it, you know. No, you're fine, man. No, it's cool. I love it. Totally. So let me get Pig's last time summary. We made it to the Northern Air Temple. Oh yeah, the Northern Air Temple is what we called it. I love it. We asked for help. They said bet wait one second. Yeah, we asked for help. They said bet just care of some bandits. We found them easily. We snuck in easily. We saw there was a black iron in the cave they were in. Our black iron had a hissy fit and caused a chain reaction that led us to fight an iron revenant and kick its ass. Then got out. The cave collapsed and the boss now has 2 black arms. We also learned a bit more about the black iron. Take care. Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that is essentially what happened last time. I'll go through my convoluted one because I love reading. I probably didn't. I wrote this kind of in a hurry too, so I probably have a couple of boo-boos in here, but this isn't too bad. Kataka deciding to spare boss's life allows him to continue on at his side as they continue to venture north. They find refuge together at the Rockmore Temple, where a group of iron monks worship the sacred metal. These beings are the same individual. These being the same individuals belonging to the clan of blacksmiths that Boss and Kataka recently abandoned at Blackstone Fen. With some truth and also lies, they managed to get into the good graces of the monks and accept some work. The long road, which is actually very short, has gone unguarded by the armies of Lostholm, pulled back from their posts by the king a few weeks ago. Pilgrimages to the Great Iron Wall have become dangerous for the monks as the road has grown hostile in the guards' absence. The two decided to take the work for pay and go out to deal with the bandits who plagued the road. They infiltrated the camp and discovered some dark truths about the place. Corrupted iron seeped from a great crater stronghold that they were held up in. It infested them, causing them to weaken in the mind while gaining strength in the body. They stole and enslaved passerbys to survive, but that day it would come to an end. Before Kataka and Boss could close in on their leader, the corrupted metal reacted to Boss's presence. His imbued, star-forged black iron hissed in pain, wishing not to return to where it had come from before. This was indeed the place where the black iron had fallen from the sky, and the corruption was the dust left in its wake. The iron formed itself into a golem around the bandit leader, crushing them inside. A shadow of what they had once fought in the Whispering Mines, they swiftly put the horror down, and the bandit tribes scattered. Unfortunately, the fight had come at a cost. Boss had absorbed some of the corrupted metal, and now his control over the voices in his head is becoming much more difficult to bear, and I think, yeah, one of his other arms is darkened. After returning to the monks to tell them of the good news and bad, the two looked to the monk leader, Kulan, for guidance. Let's get the detailed version. Yeah, we'll get both. So I love this. I'm happy I did this shit for myself, which is my little when you get back list. I have this for all my characters. It's just a great thing. It doesn't. I don't know if it says anywhere in the actual books, but when you end your session, totally leave yourself a note of what you should do next time you get back in. It's so helpful. I succeeded on the vow. See if I can get a bond with the monks. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Find out what the monks might be able to do to help you contain the new corruption, if anything. In any case, you should be hitting the road soon, either to Lost Home for supplies or back on the road north. Consider what Kataka would want or be willing to do in that situation. Yeah, because Kataka doesn't want to go to Lost Home. So we'll see. Possibly take a hiatus with the new threat and possibly do Failure's move. If you combine all of them, it turns into a story to read later on. Exactly. It's so cool. That's the thing I love about these journals. So yeah, I always go back and do just a little short something, because I'm not usually journaling during co-op games, but I want to keep things journaled. So yeah, we got a lot to do in today's session. A lot to get done. The first thing is I had listed some stuff here. Yep, journal recap. Talk about the new threat that was imposed. So something I did off stream that I thought about. I went to bed and I woke up like, I gotta do this. It's a perfect time. I've got a threat for boss, because I didn't think I did, but after last episode I have a threat, and it's good and bad. It's good because I can take the hiatus move. It's bad because the threat can grow and hurt me a lot. If boss finishes his tail, can we do a session where we just read all the journal entries? That would be cool. I would be into that. Yeah. If we when boss is done, if he needs to get some bonds, because my chance of writing my epilogue is so low. To end your character, there's actually a move you make called write your epilogue. I forget where it is. It is, yeah, right there. Write your epilogue. When you retire from your life as an Ironsworn, envision two things: what you hope for and what you fear. Then roll the challenge dice and compare your bonds to your bonds. Momentum is ignored in the roll. Strong hit, things come to pass as you hope. Weak hit, your life takes an unexpected turn. On a miss, your fears are realized. So right now I have a 1 towards that. I could really use some bonds to retire my character. So that's the good end. Bad end is obviously you die, so probably gonna be death for a boss, but we'll see. But in any case, I have a threat. I have a new threat that I attached to the Discover the Secrets, my background vow. You can only put a threat on an extreme or epic vow. Because they're so wide-spanning. That's what's suggested, I think. I think it might be formidable, extreme, or epic, but I believe extreme or epic makes more sense. But my background vow has been to discover the secrets of the Black Iron and, if possible, cure myself of its curse. I kind of added that part on as we went. My threat is the Black Iron threatens to consume my mind. I must cure it before it takes me completely, and I become a tool of its destruction. So I have a threat that will grow with this cool little thing here. And the only time a threat grows is in a few different things, which is really interesting. I love the mechanics of this game. Advancing a threat. So when I give ground to a threat through inaction, failure, or delay, I roll on the table below and envision how the change manifests in my world. There's a good, middle, and bad scenario to that. And bad is menace, mark menace twice. So I think one is no menace at all. If you can tackle it, that's the good thing. If you can tackle whatever you did wrong to spark advancing a threat, or whatever opposes you. The middle is 1 mark, and then the bad is 2 marks. And if that hits its max, the threat succeeds. So I'm trying to effectively... It's like a race. It's a race between me completing this background vow, which is at an extreme level, or this threat going beyond. But it also allows me to take a really cool move that's super duper good called Take a Hiatus. And I might need this depending on what we do. And it's cool. It says when you spend an extended time recovering a place of safety while a threat is active, do one of the following. Do any of the following. Clear any marked conditions. Any. So I think that might... I'm going to look it up. I think that might count for even permanent ones that are like quote-unquote permanent. Set your health, spirit, and supply and companion health to their maximum values, and set your momentum to its reset value. And then for each active threat, advance a threat. So you have to make the advance a threat move, but you could take a hiatus and just like fucking reset. And there's a chance that it doesn't go terrible for you. Like you roll good on the advance a threat, and you just have to like face it. But right now I'm at 0. I'm at 0 spirit. I don't know if I need the hiatus. A chance to not die for a long period of time, a godsend. Exactly. The only risk is that your threat advances. And right now my threat is basically I get consumed by darkness and I become a bad guy. Like, things go wrong for me. So I don't know if I want to risk the hiatus and possibly get 2 menace. 1 menace wouldn't be bad. Also, it's cool if your threat gets ahead of you. So if I was like at like 7 threat, so this was all the way filled, and I had I had some of this vow filled. If my actual vow progress is lower than the threat, and I make the roll and do it, I get extra experience. It's pretty sick. Yeah, that is tough. I don't want that to fill out. But yeah, I think with all of that, we can pick up where we left off. Now it's been a little while since I played, so I'm a little rusty. Apologies. Also, I'm keeping in mind, I didn't write it down. Mark your failure. I'm at 7. It could be time to roll this, depending on what happens. I kind of want to wait until I make the take a hiatus move to mark failure, to roll to see if I get this. So let's give myself some potential to maybe get this number up, because we know I'm gonna miss some fucking rolls. So the scene that we left off on was in the halls of the Iron Monk Temple. We had just arrived back. We had just fulfilled our vow. I got paid technically. So I did mark this. I got 1 monies. I have 1 monies for Fortune Hunter. Well, wait, we'll let that build up, and be able to use that in the future, hopefully. Excuse me. But yeah, we had just spoken to Kulan. We got another meeting with him, telling him that we had effectively dealt with their problem, but at a bit of a price. So I think we see Boss there. He's got the second arm corrupted, and Kulan would look and said, that looks nasty. You have to explain to me what happened. Tell me everything. And we would go on to do so. And I think Boss would say, God, would he lie here? Would he be a little fucking liar and say it all? Okay, he would. He would absolutely lie. I want to see if they'll help me. So I'm going to do a compel lie and say, because they didn't know I had my first arm in here. I don't think you can lie about my arm being consumed. Your arms. Like I would show him. I can't lie about showing him. He sees it's there. I want to lie that both arms came from this issue, because he didn't know before that my other arm was fucked up. I want to see if I can convince him that the other one wasn't there before. You know, like, this is your fault. You did this to me. Like, just to, like, not make him think that... I don't know. I feel like it's complicated. And, like, Boss tends to lie when it's easier to just tell a lie than the truth. And rather than explain... Doable, yeah. Rather than explain his past, even though Kataka knows it, and Kataka's gonna roll her eyes at the lie, obviously, but... he'll just be like, listen, this happened, this place we went was corrupted, who we fought, it was they had some darkness to them, and oh yes, we are familiar with what they dabble in, some form of corrupted iron. A few of our monks who returned spoke of it. So much for a redemption story, right? Yeah, I know. Boss lies when it's convenient, and in this scenario, I think it's convenient. He'd say, when we killed their leader, he consumed some of the iron and attacked us. We managed to defeat him, but some of the corruption got on me, and now it's not coming off. Is there anything that you can do to help us, Kulan? Please, you sent us on this journey. We've killed them for you. Well, the rest of them have scattered. The road is safe. Please, is there anything you can do about this? And I'm desperate, because I've been sent to the north by Chanda. to a place that's so far away. It's so hard to get to talk to like a death priest who we know as narrators is stuck in a time bubble. We know that's going to be complicated. But I think Boss doesn't like, he's like, maybe these, he's taking a chance here. Gonna just lie and see if maybe these guys can just like full help him right now. Like do something. I wonder if before we do a compel, is there any bonus to bonding with them? There isn't. Let's do the compel first and the bond after. Let's compel, bond, attempt a sojourn, see where that goes. See what goes on. I got Snapchat from my nerdy friend. Okay. So let's do a compel. Let's see how much they believe in us here. I'm gonna turn my music up just a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud on stream. Just a little bit. Cool. Alright, yeah, I've said the lie. Is there anything you can do to help us? Framing the fiction, setting up, and yeah, I've got both my arms out in front of Kulan. We're probably in a private chamber where we met to get paid. Probably like the vault chamber. I think that makes sense. Alright. No bonus here. What? I mean, I guess I could burn for a weak hit. That's only 5. Totally burn for a weak hit. I'll avoid that miss. As above, so I get a momentum. As above, but they ask something in return. So if you use this exchange to gather information, take that move now and add +1. This could be gather information. Black Iron was about to snitch. Maybe. Yeah. I think, yeah. Well, right now, only I can really hear it in my head, but it probably would have, like, flared up or something, totally. But I think I keep it under control, where it's just, like, the Black Iron would be fine with me lying, honestly. So, I don't know. But in any case, he believes me. He believes me, but asks for something in return. Envision what he wants. So I have a +1. Let's see if we can turn what he wants into a gather information move. I'm just going to throw some oracles out there to give me some help. Advanced faction. Interesting. He would look at you and say, "Oh, I am terribly sorry at the fate that you have suffered on our behalf. I don't have any more money to be able to pay you as was previously decided, but perhaps there is something we might be able to do to help you with the predicament you have fallen under now." Says, "Please, Kulan, anything. This curse, I do not want to end up like those bandits, weakened in the mind." No. Would they try to tame the Black Irons for themselves? I don't know that they would. I rolled advanced faction. I'm imagining these monks as very devout. So I feel like they're very against the Black Iron kind of thing. They're very like, I can imagine like iron in its purest form. Starforged Black Iron is evil. Like it corrupts. So I can't imagine them doing that. But advanced faction makes me think that perhaps they could help me if I can like help their prevalence, if I can advance their faction. Basically, that's what they want. Like maybe they just don't have enough resources, kind of things. Yeah, I think it's like a long-term thing. I think that's what they get into, and it might lead to something else here. So yeah, I think Kulan, excuse me. Yeah, I think he says, "Oh well, I would not want you to have to suffer from this, but it is unfortunate, my son. We do not have the supplies or the utilities or the access or the knowledge to combat this corruption, or else we might have been able to help the bandits before, causing them to maybe disperse upon their own accord. Like make their presence more notable since Lost Home is the main attraction. Yeah, they probably want resources, members, prestige. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Trademark and Pig, you guys are kind of on the same wavelength there. Yeah, it's just I we the libraries of Lost Home have great tomes. Many things can be learned within those walls. Many things saved from the times of the old world. Advice from gods and scholars alike. But unfortunately, Lost Home has closed its doors to us of late, and to of most. We feel a little abandoned, I must say, but we do not have the access to the knowledge that we would need to help you. Perhaps, though, if you were able to help us get back into Lost Home. You are of Ironsworn make, have chosen to stop here and help us. For whatever reason or another, your presence here is meaningful. You, of course, would be accepted within the doors. As Ironsworn, most are allowed in by decree of King Abram himself. So yeah, I think that's the case. I think Abram is like, oh yeah, Ironsworn can come here. That sounds like being advertisements for free without sweet words. Yeah, this isn't like the best deal, but this is the situation. I think we're not gonna like fuck these guys. It's like that's great. That they're like, oh, if you were able to get in and boost our standing a little bit, get them to open the doors back to our temple, we would be able to get access for you immediately. Maybe some access to medicines and rituals to be able to help. And this is just so rituals, things like what are you talking about? And I'm gonna like pour this into a. We might not be making a bond with these guys. Kind of sucks. I'm gonna pour this into a gather information to try and like get it out of him where all this shit is. There's a library, rituals, medicine. We would love to help you with that, but we would need obviously to know some of the details of these places, things, supplies, to be able to help you out properly. And yeah, I wanna roll that compel into a gather information and try to suck some of this info out of Kulon. It is Kulon, right? Or am I mistaking that with Adam Kobol's? I think Adam Kobol just got the same name as me that I rolled for this nerd. Let me find this guy. Dramatis Personae. No, I got Kulon. I think Kulon is the name of the Adam Kobold's character, Nabaki's. Yeah, it's Mammoth, but it's whatever. In my game, it's a monk. All right. That sounds big problem though. Who wants to climb up a big crag when Lost Home is just down the road? Oh, what do you mean a big crag? Oh, with Rockmore Temple. Yeah. It's really hard to advertise this place, which is why, like, I'm thinking we aren't going to. Like, I just want to see if I can get the information out of this guy to find out where these things are that they need, and then just go there and get them myself. Kataka doesn't want to go there, that's why. Yeah, that's a big problem. The scenic view. Yeah, there's the scenic view of Rockmore Temple. We might be able to advertise it. Yeah, getting a big thing about Lost Home is if we do go there, it would take convincing Kataka, but also that's very difficult. It might come down to having to leave Kataka for a little while, or ask Kataka to wait, or I mean, we'll see what kind of information we can even gather. We're gonna roll this compel into a gather information +1 to try and get some information out of Kulon about. God, I want the infiltrate. I want this so bad. Maybe we'll get it. We'll see about all this stuff that they apparently need to help me. All right, let's see what we get. Ooh. Weak hit. Of course, I roll a 10. Gather information. The information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover and take +1 momentum. Yeah, I think I already know what it is. I don't have to roll. I'll take the momentum, and I think he says, "Oh, well, the access we're talking about is quite restrictive. It would be under King Abram's own personal library. Some of the access to the hospitals of the inner palace and medicines that would probably find on only the shelves and pharmaceuticals of the noble higher tier. It would take some doing, but with our word, you may be able to get a little bit of influence, build up our existence still here outside the walls, and let King Abram know that we're still around." He just starts going, and I go, "Okay, all right. And I just immediately, it kind of like teeters off to like, and I kind of like turn to Kataka while he's still talking. "Looks like you got lucky. Seems that even if we wanted the information from Lost Home, it would be a son of a bitch to get. I don't feel like trying to talk to a fucking king." And then she'd probably, this is the worst because it's Kataka's brother we're talking about. She would probably just be like, "Yes, it is too risky. We should keep moving north. Chanda said that priest would be able to help you. That is where we should go." "I guess you are right. I'm just was hoping that maybe a shortcut would be available." "Shortcuts are a straight lead to death, boss. You know that. Remember when you abandoned?" "No, I remember. Because she loves being left behind and lied to. In this situation, she wouldn't be lied to, Zero. In this situation, it would be, "Can you stay here for a little bit? I promise we're still gonna go north. I just want to check Lost Home." And I would have if the information wasn't complicated. I feel in that situation, I think Kataka would just be like, "Listen, you know what? You go to Lost Home. I'm going to go north. Goodbye." That would be the end of me and Kataka. Probably the better way that would end. It's the only other way I could see it is her just being like, "I've got shit to do." I think the spite from the last two sessions. Oh yeah, an abbot that wants to be archbishop. Oh yeah, like he definitely. He says, this guy would definitely want this. Is, "If you put in a good word for me, I may be able to gain some access. I mean, you could say that you are Ironsworn from our temple, dedicated to our cause." And it's like he's just going on. So basically, going to Lost Home is legit too much trouble. It is. Like I think that's what the gather information like, and I think it's mostly Kulan being like a little cheeky about it, like saying like, "Oh, the only way you're going to get this shit is through me, so you're going to have to play my game if you want this information." And it's kind of like, yeah, I think it's a situation of, "All right, old man, I understand what you are saying. Your order is a little bit too steep for us." "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. There's nothing you can do about this." "I'm afraid there's nothing we can provide you, unfortunately, my son. Only that it will continue to spread." "Lovely. I'm so happy to know that you have such use." And I kind of just look down at my arms with just like the sort of the boiling darkness. She says, "Oh, there is a concern as well." And I think this is a Sojourn move, and I think this will decide if he's like, "You should go. Take that corruption out of here if you're not planning on helping us fix it." I thought monks were supposed to be helpful and selfless. Like, I think these guys are, like, in most cases, but I think, like, desperate times, desperate measures, Lost Homes closed its doors to them. They're probably very much, like, looking for an opportunity, and, like, how often do legit, like, Ironsworn, carrying iron with them, come across them, like, legit, not even kidding. So here's the thing that we might not know about Rockmore Temple is, so we do know that they are connected to the blacksmiths of the Blackstone Fen. When we met them, we found out that they had gone as far as the Grey Crag to escape something. Probably the temple. Like, the temple's probably starting to fall apart. They've lost their blacksmiths. Their blacksmiths have gone, and even though we kind of tried to save them, they're lost in the... their caravan is somewhere in the havens, probably being destroyed even as we speak. But they've lost their blacksmiths, so they don't have any blacksmiths anymore. So that takes away legitimacy, being literally iron monks. The Lost Homes closed their doors. Like, they're pretty desperate. They're dead at this point. Oh, the caravan that's out here, I guarantee you they're dead. Like, until we roll a terrible roll here, which I don't think I think we're knock on wood. We're not gonna roll a terrible roll here. I don't know if they arrive. I say that, and this sojourn's gonna be a motherfucking miss. But I think I need a sojourn right now to just decide whether or not, but I think it's the bond. I think we're gonna do the bond first. Let's forge a bond. If the bond goes well, we'll sojourn. If it doesn't, they're like basically telling me, hey, get the fuck out, kind of situation. So we're going to test our forge a bond with the monks. The bond being, you got me fucked up, and I feel at the very least you can give me some respite here. A bed, some more food, anything, please. We helped you. And this is a situation of can they or can't they? And, or if they really don't want my darkness here. Like, literally, if you miss, they reject you. Pay the price. Fuck. Alright, so I have to use heart. God, I wish I could use shadow. Trickster. I don't have that, do I? No. I need the shadow card so bad. It would fit me so much. That's lovely. Internal screen. Lovely. I'm dying. Alright. Heart, my worst stat. Oh, I just fulfilled a vow for them, so I do get a +1 on this, right? Yep. If you make this move after you successfully fulfill a vow, you may re-roll any dice. That's almost better. I like that. Okay. We kit. I'm gonna re-roll that 7. Real! For real! Okay, it's a weak hit. No! Gross. They ask something more from me first. Ugh. Okay. I think we're done with this place. I think we're done with this place. I love how I just roll a fucking 7 for my 7. Okay, wait. I can still re-roll dice. I got a 5. It doesn't matter. That's the dice that mattered. Yeah, it doesn't matter. These monks are getting free favors all over the place. Greedy monks. Yeah. Fuck this place. It's good. It's good. I think it's more of a this place rather than like a fuck you, we're out. Yeah, I think it's just like, can you do anything that says, oh, listen, as I explained to you before, we have recently lost members of our own conclave. The doors to our road of servitude have been closed. Well, we have fallen on hard times. We're very thankful for you clearing the road that we may make pilgrimages to the Iron Wall once more. Not that they'll let us in, but at the very least we can worship as we have in the past and continue that practice, and for this we are thankful. But our food, our supplies, everything we have, are very limited. There's not much that we can offer you here, unless you take me up on the offer that I previously gave you. If you enter into Lost Home, speak on our behalf to King Abram of what you have done thus far, and your committance to the... And then he just keeps going and goes, nah, you know what? Listen, I am sorry for your trouble. And apologies that you have it. Apologies that you gave me some of it yourself. But if you cannot help me and you need all of these things, we have done enough for you. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Not to be rude, but I need to find out a solution to this. And obviously the paths you are giving me are not ones to directly help. Thank you for what respite you were able to give us before, the work and the gold. I bid you adieu. You say, oh, Well, fine then. So be it. Good luck to you upon the road. Say, and good luck to you with your issues of state. And I turn, and he says, "Are you absolutely sure of this decision? Do you think it wise to leave without even considering the possibilities?" This is, "I'm good, friend. You take care, Coulon, and good luck with the king." And I don't know if I can like tense him out. I don't think I can. Let's not drag on the situation. I think we just leave. I think he just goes. We see him in his chair after we leave and say, "I don't know if I've just missed out on an opportunity or avoided something worse. Well, in any case, back to my letters to the king." Just go back to it. What's next? They want us to wipe their asses. Yeah, look, we will shout you out from to other places we pass. Like, listen, if I looking for anybody who really wants to help a bunch of wayward monks, would send them your way. And this makes sense for the people of the monks of Rockmore Temple. They belong to the same conclave that Blackstone Fen belonged to. I think these people have just been so dependent on Lostholm that actually, canonically, we are seeing the effects of Kataka's brother, King Abram. We are seeing what the luxury of the old world does to people. It makes them dependent, not on themselves, but others to do things for them. Look at Blackstone Fen. They wanted us to stay and help them, and they needed us, and blah, blah, blah. And then when we told them to leave, they totally fucking keeled over, and we're like, okay, we'll go. And then they just wouldn't move, and they wanted our help, and we're like, well, fuck this, we're leaving. And we go here, and these monks are the same goddamn way. And we are seeing the effect of Lostholm's control over Havens receding. That mommy and daddy aren't there anymore to help them out, and they're just like, "Oh, please, mommy, daddy, like, where's my Lostholm help?" And we've got these people who are insufferable, and I can imagine Kataka can't stand that. Especially, she's got to be keeping a lot in because this is her homeland. And it's not help with important things, it's help with petty problems they should be wise enough to avoid. Exactly. It's not even important. It's a lot of just like, you should be able to do this shit on your own. Like, okay. So yeah, we just fucking leave. It sucks because I'm so low on spirit. I think we just need to make really quick camp because I'm not shaken. I think we just need to get out and we need to make camp. But let's first write in our journal. Every 3 moves, I try to write in my journal. It's a journal writing game. Journaling can be a little bit boring to watch, I know, but for me, it's super enjoyable. I love journaling. It gives me a chance to talk in my character's voice in my head and really think out what happened. And it's also really nice to go back to. And it's a part of the game. I enjoy it a lot. Compel. Miss. I do try to keep them fairly brief on like 3 or 4 sentences, but and then super journal session will be awesome. Exactly. When we go back and like look at the history of our boy and reread everything, all my spelling mistakes, which there are tons, and grammar mistakes, and just like stringing sentences together because I'm just like thinking of things like in weird fashions. Like sometimes I narrate it like a narrator would, and then sometimes I say it in Boss Bleat's like voice, and it's like in his head, which is fun. And then forge a bond. Oh yeah, this was a misturned week, miss burn week. Okay, and then the forge bond. And it's also nice I have this sort of like preset to be able to do this. Forge a bond is week. Okay, cool. As I explained the situation to Coulon, I hoped that they would be able to aid us, or my condition, in some fashion. I spell fashion. Is there an H in there? There is. In some fashion. Unfortunately, their interests seemed to weigh heavier than my own what is it? Than my desperate situation. They would help, but only if we benefited them, only if we talked to them. I like they didn't exactly want us to talk us up to the king himself, but only if we could make huge political cartwheels to get them in a better position to do so. This is not possible for us. And what's funny is, like, that's Boss knowing it's not like, there's no way, like, I'm just some fool. We're two fools from Fool's Fall. Like, we'll never be able to get an audience with the king. Meanwhile, Kataka just kind of like, because she's his fucking sister. Like, she could probably get this stuff, but that's not in her interest. Kataka wants to go north. Like, fuck this whole place. So maybe Kataka's like, she's white lion. She's like, we should just go. So, Kataka, I'm not the only liar here. The scenery was worth it though, right? I think so. Yeah, I accidentally journaled like a page and a half for my character walking through the woods to find an iron pillar, and then like 2 sentences about the fight with an undead guardian. Yeah, the fights don't have to be too much, but you can like because that's the joy of Ironsworn. Like, you've got D&D and you've got like other D20 like systems that are very like heavy on the fighting, heavy on like the battle, and then you've got stuff like this, like Apocalypse World games, where you go much heavier on the narrative, and you need both. Like, both are great. I enjoy both. I love that I have Ironsworn for this, that I found it to get that respite, respite, fucking word, that relief from constant D&D fighting, though I do love D&D fights. Oh yeah, right, the regular woods became more influenced with the mystical effects of the pillar and the darkness of the Bone Walker. One of the best parts of the game. Yeah, Kataka draws a circle with the king instead of doing diplomacy. She would fight them. Yeah, the iron pillars are super cool. I wanted those for this game, but I stuck with my random rolls. Okay. This is not possible for us. So we showed them our backs and hit the road. Good luck, fools. I feel like this game was made to write and experience stories of people in the land. Exactly. This is a story game. It is a journaling game. It is a story game. It is an improvisation game. It pushes itself forward. I think you have done some awesome twists with the Starforge Iron in this world. Yeah. So that was the challenge that I wanted to take. It's almost why, like, God, Sean Tompkin, I love you so much. I love you for making this game. You're awesome, man. I want more world books. Like, if anything that I want, I know you can write your own, but like, the thing I would want the most in this game, the most expansion I would need, like, rules are great. Like, Delve is awesome. It's actually amazing to have that. Having new truths to pick from, like a new truth book, that is like getting a new setting book. New truths, like, that is what would sell. Like, if anybody's out there like making homebrew assets and stuff, those are all really cool, and I think it's awesome that people are able to do that and build on this game. But a whole new book of truths, that's fucking so valuable. Trademark, what do you think about the Black Iron? What do you think it can do? Yeah, I think what do you, oh yeah, Trademark, what do you think about the Black Iron? What do you think it can do? What I think the Black Iron is a mystery that unfolds, that sort of builds. But when I rolled Black Iron, it was the lamest one in my opinion, but I stuck with it, and it's cool to like take what you think is like not cool, like you're just like, oh man, I'm not inspired by that, but then like let it grow a little bit. Like the circles we just talked about in our truth, like let's wait and see if that comes back. Like, That's why we reread the truths when we come back, just to see how we can fit these in again. Cool. So we've got that journaled, and we are taking off on the road. But I'm wondering if before we even make a journey move, I want to see if we can make camp. Because we got here in the day, we dealt with the we got here in a day. We dealt with like this whole debacle, the whole quest to deal with the bandits has been an entire day. I think we need to rest. We need to move towards it, and I don't think I need to advance a threat or anything. If I would have rolled good on convincing Kulan to help me out, I might have been able to advance my tracker for healing my curse. Yeah, just the idea of some of its sentient self, while the other iron removes the sentience from the people of the mine. It means that it's cool and mysterious. Yeah, it's interesting. And it can grow, and it can have other things. Yeah, speculating its power is good. I think it's sort of allowing the narrative to form it, because thus far that's what's happened. I have not directly decided what the Black Iron does thus far. Its power to sort of drain people and take their energy or consume their mind, kind of thing, has grown from moves that have been made and things that have happened. And it just sort of builds on itself. It's super cool. But continuing, our next move, I think, should be a camp. I think we see Kataka and Boss make their way down the plateau, probably on a switchback going back towards the long road, since that's the easiest way down. But we're not going to be taking the long road because it leads straight to Lost Home, and we don't really want to go there, even though Boss is kind of starry-eyed about it. I think when we get to the bottom, we see it in the distance, and he just sighs. Oh, Kataka, wouldn't it be nice to have been born behind those walls, to live in civilization without the worry of being killed out here in the wilds, dealing with shit like this. It must be nice. And she just gives one of these, says, I do not think that you should fantasize about things beyond that wall, boss. I wouldn't think it's as chalked up as it looks. Says, what would you know? You're from Fool's Fall, like me. Or somewhere else, I'm sure that's worse. None of us know what's beyond that wall. She would just say, no, but my guess is it's probably just a bunch of people with their noses up their own asses. So it's really not for people like you and me. And he says, speak for yourself. I'll put my nose up my ass if I get to be behind the wall. And she just rolls her eyes, probably situation. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, you guys have to work for a living. Oh, it's the greatest, because this whole conversation I'm teasing at Kataka was born behind that wall. She's just not telling me. So I'm just because I know. I want moments where it's where that's sort of tested. But she's pretty resolute. I don't think Boss would ever know. Know that secret past. All right, so yeah, we get down here, we start making a camp. Let's take a shot at this. Roll plus supply, which our supply is 3. It's not the worst. Would we try to resupply first? Roll plus wits. Can we build off secure an advantage? It's always such a tough thing for me to make the excuse for secure advantage, because I'm always afraid that I'm being nice to myself, but at the same time, secure advantage could fuck me. So am I really? All I really have to do to get a secure advantage is it's a prompt to narrate more. So I think as we get down the side of this thing, gosh, securing an advantage to making a camp. It would be just taking the time to look for a good spot, right? So yeah, I think we pause, say, well, you go that way, I'll go this way. We'll meet back here in 30 minutes. See if we can find a place that will keep us hidden enough. And by the time before I even finish it, she's already turned, and I go, all right, fine. She say, we've done it before, boss. We'll do it again. 30 minutes. I'll be right back. Says, all right, and we just go. And we try. Yeah, we've done this before. We're trying to find a good spot to locate a good place. And I think I'm gonna use wits here. I think I can't make the excuse of anything else, really. I am looking for a good spot to make camp. But we wanted to resupply too. You know what? Let's not secure an advantage for finding the camp. Instead, I think we split up to hunt. And I think we've started splitting up because I fucked up Kataka in the past, bringing food. And I think it's just better that we move alone. So I'm going to actually make the excuse of Shadow here to sneak up on to be able to get advantage and sneak up on some prey and shoot him down, get some food for the campfire kind of situation here, and be quiet about it. I think my job is to go after the food, because I have a little bit more at range. And I think Kataka is going to go get probably any other supplies. Wood for a fire, probably like other things that you can fashion, I imagine, like sharpening blades. I'm not sure. But I think Kataka would grab everything else. So I'm going for food here. So it's securing an advantage. Oh, yes! +1 on the move. I'll take a +1. To attempt to hunt. Yeah, she's more foraging and scavenging. I'm gonna do the hunting. I think that's my punishment. Like, you do the hunting. All right, fine. Just utilize the bow and arrow, why don't you? Yes, sure. And I'm gonna go get this bad boy done. God, I want Shadow. The Shadow card gives you the literally the ability to add Shadow to almost every other fucking move in this game. I need that card. All right. Oh, damn it! I should have secured advantage with my asset and I forgot, but it's fine. We're resupplying. We get a +1. Max. We do it. We get 5 supply. Hell yeah! You guys have to work for a living. Sneak up on some bunnies. Flying dagger. Stabby stab. Don't come right when you find a wolf or bear. It would have been a wolf. Hey, we're not doing bad. We have 5 supply, and I think we're gonna make a camp with a nice beefy supply. So I come back with like a small deer kind of thing. Put it down. Kataka probably raises her eyebrows a little bit. Says, "You actually got something done. Good job. I'm surprised." Says, "I am resourceful. I know how to hunt. I lived in Fulsfall long enough." Says, "Whatever. Do you know how to skin it? Prepare it?" You go, "No, not really." "Do you? I'll do it." Says, "Thank you." So, yeah, he does but doesn't. So yeah, we'll make camp and supply, which is awesome. +5. Strong hit. That's great. We can choose 2. We can't double up, so I'm gonna grab some spirit. What else can we get here? +1 on the Undertaker journey. We could really use that. Do we need health? We're looking great in health. It's my spirit that's so low. It's because of the fucking corruption. But like right now, it's just sort of festering. But I take the time to sleep, to ready myself. Kataka doesn't sleep. She prepares for the day ahead. I think she uses some of the tapestries, or not tapestries, some of the some of the vellum that we have to vellum and ink to probably start planning the journey ahead. I'm going to just sleep and rest and hope that some of this corruption will fucking fade off of me or something. Basically, just bring my mind back to a calm by resting under the stars of the vast, wide fields of the not here, not here. The great rolling hills, the rocky bluffs of the Havens. Yeah, we're just camping out here amongst the stars. It's gorgeous. Okay. And yeah, so I got a spirit. We wake up the next day, and Kataka is ready on the road for our next part of our big journey. Now I have set up quite well, I think, here the journey to find the Death Priest in his chapel trapped in time. I have set it up because, and this happens very often for me in Ironsworn, and I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or if it's a function of the game, but I end up getting a lot of vows pretty often to deal, because journeys are so popular in here. Journeys and delves, they're kind of your main mechanics of Ironsworn, filling up these bars and getting to a place. And I find myself very often tying a vow to a journey. Get to the Death Priest in his chapel trapped in time. I wonder if it's me labeling my vows poorly, but I kind of have found success in this. Like, it's okay because, like, literally this is my vow, is leave the deep wilds to the east, which I've already done, so I've gotten 2 there. Travel the length of the Havens north, which I would get another 2 when I've passed the Havens. Cut past the hinterlands, which is another 2, through the vast of the Tempest Hills, and reach the Veiled Mountains. So I'm effectively just outlining a journey here and tying it into a vow, which I'm concerned if that is the way I should be doing this, or if instead I should have made my vow, like, it doesn't make any difference to be like, go talk to the priest, because it also means I go to him. Like, making the vow as expansive as the priest will cure me is too big, because I've already got that up here. So I think it's okay. I don't want my vows to be dull. But I think getting here is pretty beefy. I feel like it works. All right, so we are taking off the next day. I think it really depends on the vow. I've done some like that, and some barely require travel at all. Yeah, I think it's just, once I get there, I'll probably swear a new vow, and it's only dangerous. Can't really change it. We already made the vow. Yeah, we already made it. And I wouldn't change it. I'm just wondering if in the future I can avoid it if I'm supposed to. But it's good to hear, Trademark, that you have some similar quests as well, where a vow and a journey are just sort of entwined, where when one advances, the other effectively does as well. I'm hoping that it's a function of it. And also, I forgot that your name was Trademark, so Pig was actually talking to you. Trademark, what do you think about the Black Iron? Okay, yeah, Pig was referencing you. I was like, Trademark? what's a trademark? Okay, cool. We're hitting the road for our journey. We're already an hour in. Hour down. All right, so we continue north, leaving the long road behind, out back into the wilds as per Kataka's preference. She has told me she is familiar with some of these lands, and that the hills and the crags are easy enough for her to navigate without the use of a road. Kataka would probably also tell me, roads get you killed. It's better to be out in the wild. Just stay behind me. Of course, as always. I see it as overarching quests with subquests within it. Yeah, very, very much kind of how that is. Perfect. Let's move. Yeah, because like right now, this is a subquest of my main quest to understand the Black Iron and to cure my shit. I'm kind of wondering if me getting extra corrupted isn't me learning anything. I don't think I've made a milestone yet. on that. I was wondering if I could, because it's epic, or it's not epic. It's extreme. So I only get half dashes. So I kind of want to give myself one. I don't think I've made any progress on understanding the Black Iron or curing myself. I've made it worse, if anything. All right, undertaking a journey. We get a +1 to this bad boy. I keep hitting Dramatis Persona, thinking it's my character sheet. Get up there. Here we go. Turn this off. Right there. Are we at 3 moves? Yeah. Let's journal. I also love, my favorite thing to do in this game is to avoid making a move, but talk about the move. Isn't it frustrating? Sorry. I'll just talk about making the move, like hit the button, play around with it a little while. They like, oh, I'm gonna take a journey. All right, what's this journey like? Am I gonna do a journey? I should journal first. I feel like I've done that since episode 1. If anything, maybe getting hints at its origin. Yeah, my thing is, I don't want to go, like at the same time, like, I don't want to be too harsh on myself. With an extreme vow, it's really hard to get that to push forward. And if we complete this journey, get to this guy, and we're only at, like, 2 on the fucking thing, he's not going to have a cure. What is he going to have? Probably a big quest to go further. So I guess it's not a super concern, but I kind of like the idea. We found the area of its origin. You guys are convincing me that I could call it a way. I could call it a waypoint. We will ultimately ask the Oracle. I'll probably do a likely, or maybe I don't have to because I really like that idea. We found its origin. Yeah, we got a milestone. We got a milestone. That makes sense to me. Give myself a break here. It's fucking extreme. It probably won't even get past 5. Strong hit. So this is a pretty simple journal. We leave the plateau. God, how do you spell plateau? Plato? You know what? That's how you spell plateau for now, because I don't know how to spell it right now. We leave the plateau behind, curling down its pathways and back to the long road. But we leave that behind too. We hunt for supplies, meet back up at the camp, and sleep under the stars. I'm able to get some rest. Calm the voice in my head for at least a moment. For at least a single night. Kataka uses what's left of our ink to scribble onto... She's quite wise, actually. She's got some wits. Kataka uses what's left of her ink to scribble onto some vellum. Dried out now from the corpse of our dinner. I know vellum probably doesn't dry out that fast, but she's probably just like scribbling it on some... We probably had it over the fire. It's fine. Fantasy. She plots our next steps across these iron lands. We will see what tomorrow has in store for us. Cool. Cool. Alright. Awesome. You found some areas of origin, yeah, or some kind of stopgap to delay its spread, and more quests. Yes, sir. Yeah, exactly. I think that's fine, because it will be more quests. We'll want more quests if we can't get this to just get a little bit. I feel uncomfortable rolling anywhere below 5, personally. 4 is like almost guaranteed failure because you need to roll. You have a 30% chance, even less so because you're rolling 2 dice of getting. You have a 30% chance of getting even a weak hit, less for a strong. Like, I want at least a 5. I want to know that I have some odds. 60-40 is fine, or 40-60. But yeah. We'll get a little half tick on there. We did discover some stuff while we stayed here. And at least making Rockmore Temple worth something. But we're pushing north. Let's do it. Let's continue our journey that we left off on before. Our very, very long journey. Journey to the chapel, which is extreme. God. All right. We have a +1, which is awesome. We can't risk shadow right now. We need to build our spirit back up. There's not a lot of ways to get our spirit back up other than sojourn, which would give us 2 spirit. Could fucking really use that right now. I can't remember if with a sojourn you can choose twice. I don't think you can. I think you always have to like split it up. Yeah, I don't think. Oh no, you can. This is where you get it on a hit. You double up. So another sojourn would be great. We're not going to Lost Home, which is a bummer. All right, let's just do it. Let's just get it out there. I've waylaid it long enough. All right, take a journey. Wits +1. Yes, you reach a waypoint. The waypoint's unknown to you. Envision it and choose one. Mark progress or +1 momentum. Negative supply. Not 4. 5 would be nice. Do I really want to take a supply hit right now? No, I don't. Just mark progress. Let's just push forward. Let's ask the Oracle where we're at. What we're passing through. Just something short. Just do location. We passed by a caravan. That's interesting. Oh no. Well, no, we're going north. There's no way it's that other caravan. There's no way. Tell order making Rockmore Temple worth something. Yeah, I know. Yeah, basically man babies there. Yeah, we're just dealing with these old man babies. But, I mean, going to deal with the bandits gave us a little something. And we got a little bit of money from them. And we did get a sojourn. Would have been nice to make a bond, but we don't really want to bond with them anyway. They're kind of a dick. Is it a different caravan of merchants? I think so. I think we can give some detail to it because there's a sojourn possibility here. Depending. I think we need to do... we're going to figure out who they are. We're going to give some descriptors, some goals like of this caravan. Let's figure out who this caravan is. Let's treat this caravan as a character. I think that's the best way. And then we can even get a disposition about how they feel about us. I think that's the best way. So, like, these aren't uncommon. Many people travel the Ironlands, and they're probably heading towards Lost Home. I feel like we can already give that to be their goal, but we might be able to get some more details. So let's give this caravan a little bit of detail here. Just travelers. That makes sense. Just literally people traveling. Probably individuals coming from Stoneland or some other area to the north. Like because we know that winter is coming. We know that from our stuff with Ikam, or our other character. Wait, what's his name again? Ikram. Yeah, I was close. From Ikram, we know the weather is going to change soon from his quests that we've done. So it's people probably coming down from the north, they're travelers. They're probably either coming to Lost Home or some other southern area. This makes sense. I want to know if they're large or small. I'm just gonna straight ask the Oracle. I think it's 50-50. Are there more than a dozen people? No. So it's only a few people. It's not a lot. Don't know if we'll be able to sojourn. They're just travelers. We might be able to trade. Do like a compel. See if we can get some momentum. Like an advantage. That could be cool. People who befriend giants instead of squatting on their land. Yeah, there you go. People who actually, I like that. Hey, people who can take care of themselves. That's amazing. They're sturdy enough to be going it off road too. Yeah. Let's just get some. So we know their role. Let's get a goal. It's probably travel to a place is probably it. I want to know what their goal is though. Build a relationship. Interesting. With the giants. They're travelers of the giants. Oh man, yeah, they're like living the giant lifestyle, because giants are nomads. They go from place to place. They're trying to get in good with those types of people. They're following the example of the giant firstborn, and living off the land and moving. Like, these Kataka love these guys. Yeah, no, it makes sense, trademark. Like, they befriend giants instead of squatting in their land. Yeah, they're following the giant it would make sense then if they do not like us, if they avoid us, because giants avoid people. Let's not even do their descriptors until we find out if they avoid us or not. Because, well, I know it sucks. So let's leave that mystery to see what their disposition is towards us. Wanting, desperate. Okay, no, they will. Okay, they need something. No, I don't need people who need something. What exact opposite of those fools were from again? They're wanting, they're desperate. What are they wanting desperate from, though? Let's give their an activity could be good for helping us here. Sacrificing. Uh-oh. Where does that lie? Wanting desperate. Why did it roll twice? Wanting. So is between wanting and desperate? Yeah, I rolled a 50. Oh, it's because it gave both, because both are in there. Do they want us? Kataka can win them over with some arm wrestling. Why is it always an iron cult? Well, we'll see. Like, so they follow giants. Their disposition from us is wanting, desperate. It's above suspicious or indifferent, demanding. So they want something from us desperately. So it's not exactly good. Let's give their descriptors. Let's just get these really quick. Stingy, manipulative, talented. Stingy, manipulative, talented. Well, of course they're manipulative. How else are they going to survive out here? Please just let it be supplies. I'm thinking that dude in Skyrim that walks around with a painted cow, he's going to give to the giants. Yeah, like, that's kind of that. This is the situation. I know that guy. This is the situation. Yeah, stingy though. They want it to be like perfect. They lost their painted cow. I don't know if I can turn this into a Skyrim quest. I feel weird about that. I feel it feels dirty. They're talented. Okay. So I think we hail these travelers and they hail us back. We think that we are going to get some form, like, oh, good people. Maybe we'll have something to trade, something to help us. And when we arrive, we see them, and they're very land weathered. They look as though they definitely live off the land. They're a bit dirty. They're a bit smelly. They're put together. They're not like wild people. But I think we see like a family. It's probably like 6 or 7. We see a father, a mother, some grown sons, a few younger daughters, little boys, and probably like an uncle or an aunt kind of situation. So it's like a family. It's like a circle. It's like a circle that's moved forward, and they'll probably emphasize that. They can probably work iron. If they can, then they're husks. The iron, iron isn't corrupted unless the black forged iron is at play, which it apparently often is, because it is very common that people who mine the iron turn to husks. So I believe that is one of our truths. Common enough that it is a truth. So it's kind of more like smithing it. Yeah, they could. I feel like it might be too close to the blacksmiths we left behind here. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Competent ironsmiths. It'd be true, but I feel like it's too juxtaposition to our previous caravan we came across. I'm imagining nomad giant family, or like giant loving, like following giants family. And they're desperate. What are they desperate for? I think that's what we want to know. Revenge. Okay. Yeah, they see us. They see the iron. They stop us, and I think we hail them. They hail us. We think they're going to have trade. They see the glimmer and shine of iron, and they approach us, and we say, "Oh, good day to you, friends. Do you you are traveling? You're travelers. We are as well. Are you heading to Loston by any chance?" And I say, "No, we are not. It is good to see others taking the wilds and not the roads these days. Not often that our family comes across individuals who do not wish to eat them." Along these kind of way paths. You don't wish to eat us, do you? Kataka would probably say. No, I'm quite full from my last dinner. Do not worry. Just kind of, there's a chuckle back and forth, a bit of camaraderie from seeing individuals on the road. Yeah, we just want to go north. But I think he says, by any chance, we have some coin. Are you interested in trade, or do you have anything to trade along the road? We are making our way north. Our path is quite a heavy one. Say, quite a heavy one indeed. You do know that the winter months come, right, friend? I have taken my family and ours to move south during these times. We will go back when the weather fares better, but for now we travel south and advise that you should do the same. It says, unfortunately, we do not have the luxury. There is a healer in the north that we must seek. It says, well, I'm not here to stop you. Your way is your own. May I ask a question, though? We unfortunately do not have much in the way of open trade, but we could be willing to help you, aid you in your path north. We know of many passages, ways of safety that we could give you for a cost. So, name your price. I have some coin. No coin needed. You look over, and I think, here's the situation. I said there was a wife before. There's not. He says, no, there is a wife. What did they revenge for? What? I think somebody was killed. I think somebody in this, I think they had somebody murdered. And kids, yeah. Says, my family is large, and for this I am thankful, but it is shrunk since our passage. I am sorry to hear that. Unfortunate. Was it the weather? No. A much worse disease. Man. Wait, should it be man? We just dealt with this situation. I think let's go to Ironsworn tables. Let's go to the Chartopia tables. I kind of want to see what took them, because I think let me see here. What does it have? So those are the regular oracles. There's some good stuff here. Animals, beasts, firstborn horrors, Ironlanders. So what do we think it is between these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or just random foes. 6. So let's roll a d6 and see, counting from animals up. I want to know what killed them. Can't you just roll for an enemy? There's no enemy roller. This exists here, which is really nice. Which actually was made by Sean Tompkin. He made these on this website Chartopia to be able to roll for enemies, which is super nice. I feel like there should be an enemy oracle, but it'd be really beefy. And kind of hard to like take care of. So it makes sense that they're here. So I'm just gonna roll a quick d6 and see what happened. Like what hurt who. Oh, just a random enemy. Random foe. Wolves. I mean, this makes sense. It doesn't have to be complicated. He wants revenge against wolves, though. I mean, it's fine. You might want a revenge from a pack of wolves. Yeah, he'd say, further north there are bigger problems than what individuals deal with far down here to the south. Wolves become creatures of... There are no more scavengers. They become aggressive, angry. Disease rids their packs, and many of them become more... Those who survive become more defensive, more aggressive, actually. A pack of wolves assailed us 3 nights ago. Took our baby. And and the mother's probably... She's just spaced out, like losing a very young child. It was a great unfortunate happening. Probably the last that we will ever have. Hopefully our children will find spouses of their own and continue our line, but our son was taken from us by these wolves. We are not fighters. We do not carry with us weapons of iron as you. We are hoping for some respite, chance to bury our son in a way not given to us by our own needs. Can you give us some peace, perhaps? These wolves are but a few days back. If you were to promise to slay them, I could give you information that you would need. Yeah. Do we slay these wolves? I mean, sure, they might not be as suited to a large fight, so to speak. Yeah. Varu are wolf men, so things get worse. So if things get worse, keep them in mind. Oh, I will. I will. We already know that Varu exist in the Greywood, and that they were campaigned against by Ironsworn. Or not by Ironsworn, by the armies of Lostholm. So we already know that wolfmen come here. So 3 days north. Do we take up this job? I think Kataka looks at me like we have to. Like, she feels for these people, for sure. Like, these are people living off the land. They're doing what people of the Ironland should be doing. They're following in the footsteps of giants, which I don't know how she feels particularly about, but I think looking to Kataka, she looks and she doesn't even give Boss a second. She's like, I will swear iron. We will avenge your taken child. We will do this for you, so that you can bury them in your mind and in your heart. And say, thank you, stranger. And she would be like, and for this, I swear iron. And she would cut the iron, take the blood, let the iron soak up the blood. And I think she would look back at Boss like, you gonna do it too, fucker? And if the king isn't keeping these lands safe, someone's gotta. Yeah, exactly. A couple of days to get a major boost in the long trip, plus a emotion factor is even a choice. Yeah, I think Boss just kind of comes up. It's like, yes, and I will aid her. For this, I swear iron as well. And I just take out my blade. I'm not gonna spin it in the air and do my whole thing. But I'll cut the iron. I'll cut blood and swear iron. We want this information as well. So I think you help us and we help you. I don't see anything wrong with it. And I cut it. Let's swear a vow. Let's swear an iron vow with these people. Absolutely. God, I wonder if we can almost forge a bond. We'd have to complete it. They're gone. They're gonna be gone already. It's hard to swear a bond when you're so quickly gonna leave them. I feel like you can still swear a bond. I feel like we can still make a bond with these people, depending on what happens. Like if we find their baby alive or something, fuck, it's gonna be rough. Yes, vows within vows within vows. This game rules exactly. Yeah, we're doing an extra little vow to boost us forward. And I think that's fine. It's either dangerous or troublesome. I think at the very least. Chance it's formidable. Chance that it's formidable. I'll roll with the Oracle to see. Fulfill the vow. Oh wait, no, don't fulfill a vow. Swear the vow. We will avenge the taken child of these nomads. All right, swear an iron vow plus heart. Of course, I'm terrible at it. I'm fucking terrible at heart. Worst thing ever. All right, let's just fucking do it. Hey, a weak hit's not bad. You're determined, but begin your quest with more questions than answers. Take +1 momentum and envision what you find in the path forward. Not bad. Not bad. We haven't gotten a miss yet. I'd say troublesome. It's just wolves. Yeah, I think it's just wolves too. I don't know that it's something so terrible. I think we're just killing some wolves. It depends on the number of wolves there are, though. Okay, yeah. Well, I think we'll make the roll. I think we'll make a quick delve roll for, or just a basic difficulty roll. Challenge rank. If it goes beyond formidable, I think it's troublesome or dangerous. I don't even think we have to do this. I honestly think it's troublesome or dangerous. I don't know if we have to complicate this any more than it already is. 50-50. Is it dangerous? Yep, makes sense. It's a little bit better than troublesome. God, but now I'm thinking about, the minute I make it dangerous, now I'm thinking about all the fucking shit I have to do to like fill that bar. But to experience, you know. Okay, so at least 10. Yeah, it's quite a few wolves. And it's basically track down the wolves, kill them, see if there's anything left of the baby. That's kind of my hit, and then I get to 6, and it's not so bad. Avenge the taken child of the Ironlander nomads we passed along the way. In exchange for doing this, they said that they would give us a bit on the path forward. So I'm wondering if that's like they would give it to us now because we swore the vow. They know that we swore it. So in my head, the advantage they were giving us was probably momentum. I think anywhere from 1 to 3. I think because we made this dangerous, it should be anywhere from 2 to 3. So I'm just gonna roll 1d2. If it's a 1, it's a 2. If it's a 2, it's a 3. It's 2. 2 momentum feels right. So I'm thinking they just give us some information. I know that's not a move, but I'm trying to think of, we don't have supplies. What do they give us to help us on the journey? In this exchange, so we have to do this vow for them. Technically, we're getting experience and stuff, but like, I think we get a little something extra. So yeah, some hurt. Okay. No, it makes sense to get it now versus later. I'm trying to think if I should take that momentum after the vow is done or before the vow is done. If not, skin the pack leader and bring it back. Yeah, the thing is this is kind of a moment of crossing. They want us to just, that they're going to like give us, because for us to get to the wolves in the first place, they're probably giving us direction to get back to them, like where the wolves took us, to like took their child, to hunt them down. Maybe the directions to where they last camped basically is what they're giving us, and we get that 2 momentum, and that's the exchange. Is they are going where we're they're coming from where we're heading. They're giving us this advantage to like get there a little faster, get there a little more secure with the momentum, the advantage that we're getting, and we're going to avenge their child, hopefully. Watch us just be fuckers and just like, peace. Like, nope, forsake the vow, maybe we walk away. No, I can't. Kataka would kill me. So yeah, we are going to move on this, and I think it's pretty simple, like what it will take to get to these guys. They said 3 days. I think 3 days back. I think we need to make I think to progress this, and I think we've got it. Three successful Undertaker journeys. We have to get those, and then deal with the wolves, which is 4 milestones, and then our 5th milestone for this quest would be see if there's anything of the baby left, basically. So I think that's our mini quest that we're doing here. So avenge nomads. So it would be 1 to 3 is journey, which we can just add. It is literally us taking our journey. And then 4 is kill the wolves. And then 5 is find any remains of the baby. Watch that baby be alive, I swear to God. If during the fight with the wolves or in the find the baby move, if any like gather information or the fight, if there's any like doubles and we do well, the baby's totally alive. Kataka would kill me. Absolutely, she would murder me. Alright. That makes perfect sense to the Avenged Nomad. That way, we can actually fill up that bar and complete that quest. The baby alive, that's an opportunity. It would be, but also a complication. I think it could also be a complication like, oh god, the baby's alive. Why is it alive? Did these wolves have something they want to do with the baby? Like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, did we said before that they were in the middle of sacrificing. I don't think that needed to play in. The activity of sacrificing might have just been that they were in the midst of dealing with the sacrifice they had to deal with. That their baby was left behind in their retreat from being killed by wolves. Like, it's pretty shitty. So they're dealing with kind of their own grief of leaving their child behind. So yeah, or letting their child get taken by wolves. Like, as a parent, that's pretty crushing. So yeah, they're in the middle of self-sacrifice of their own minds. All right, so we're just pushing forward like business as usual. This is a vow within a vow. We need this experience, man. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Undertake a journey. It's a solid interpretation of a sacrifice. Yeah, I think so. Are we dealing with the Jungle Book? Yeah, we might be here. This baby's alive. I might be coming across it's some fucking Jungle Book shit. Alright, so let's continue our way. God, I would love to make another camp, though. You know what? Let's make another camp. Let's do that. Like, that is, like, I feel like every Undertaker journey is like a day kind of situation, like moving. Where did our, oh, we already posted the location. It was the caravan. We met them kind of midday, and I think we're just taking up in probably just nearby along these hills. Let's do another mate camp. We have 5 supply. I need this fucking spirit, and if we keep making camp in between each one, we launch ourselves forward a lot easier. Maybe this is the way you're supposed to keep undertaking a journey, because I feel like my journeys go fucking haywire when I just keep pushing them and keep going. I feel like each journey needs a camp in between, and maybe that's the way to do it. I wouldn't let them hold it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, boss would be a very interesting... No, I should not be holding a baby. I should not with these corrupted dark arms. Alright, let's keep it going. Making camp among the stars. God, I gotta burn it for a weak hit. Oh, what does the weak hit even get me? I just choose one, and I mispay the price. Fuck that. I'm just gonna burn. Gain my spirit back up. Just build my spirit. Let's just keep moving. I'm not even gonna deal with that shit. Fuck you, frame fiction. We camp. We sit down. There's a fire. It burns. There's stars above the skies. Stars above in the skies. We rest. I smoke out of a pipe. That's it. I have a pipe. Smoking pipe. Smoking pipe. And wait, no, I'm not making a move for that. Fuck that. Smoking. Damn it, I need to make a move for that. I hate it. No. I feel like the only time you should actually make a move for if you have an object is if that object is critical to you completing a task. I don't need this pipe. This is I don't have to like bargain with myself. It's like the player DM inside of me, like, no, yes, no, yes. Smoking pipe and tobacco. And tobacco. I love this shit. I love just like pacing this. Like I'm totally like, that's the fun of this game. There's no rush to get to anything. You just sort of move through it and narrate it and let the vows fill up and just like figure out what's going on. It's so cool. Oh! Fuck. Where did I put that? Did I think I... One second. Where did I... Oh, okay. I made something. Before we move on, I made something really cool. Oh, do not look upon this. Alright. These are secrets. Alright. Here we go. I want to get into this thing. Open existing diagram. Sorry, I just had to use my information here. Where is Tabletop RPG? I made a relationship map. I just want to share it. Because you're supposed to make this. Is from Delve. It's really cool. I'm using draw.io, which is super cool. Is it in extras? Yeah. Campaign 1 relationship map. I just wanted to share this because I thought it was. I put some work into it. So I have made an actual. I know it's like super hard to see. I'll zoom in on it a little bit. Let me see. Can I just like? Yeah, here we go. So yeah, I've got a relationship map as per the Delve rules, which actually really helps to like show how people are related to each other, important NPCs from the game, and actually going all the way over to my other characters, Ikram, and their connections to people. So like Kataka and Ikram are connected, and they're both connected to Abram. This was really cool to do. A relationship map actually really helped because like having this makes you think a lot about like what's going on. And I should just have this up to be able to add to the relationship map later. But cool. Let's push forward. So we didn't get the Undertake a Journey extra, so we're just doing like a regular Undertake the Journey. So let's do that. We already swore the vow. What did we get from swearing the vow? Because we didn't even look at that, did we? Yeah, we're determined. Begin your quest with more questions than answers. What does that mean? When we swore the vow and made the camp, I think it's a situation of we ask so this is before we kind of go back just for a moment. So was your child taken? Was it ripped from? I don't mean to bring up any sores or anything, but are you sure that the child is dead? It says, well, it's the trouble of it. We had camped that night and awoke to the howling, and our babe was gone. We saw the wolves circling us and assumed the worst. And I don't know what else could have happened to it. None of us would have meant a child any harm. I trust everyone in my family. The wolves must have taken him in his sleep. None of us probably didn't want to bother with the fight. Just took the baby, knowing that it wouldn't fight back, but when we woke, it was gone, and the wolves were at our heels. We ran. So, for all you know, it could be missing. I don't want to put hope where there is none. Understood. You know where that camp is, though, for the most part. Whether the wolves are still there, you'll have to track them. Kataka, probably. You leave that to me. We will find them. And your babe. If we can. And this is good. Good. Thank you. It is nice to have some assurance in this land, in this time. And yeah, I think it's the not. I think we start the quest with more questions than answers. The baby disappeared. Did the wolves take it? Did it crawl away? What is the purpose there? We don't really know the whole thing of what happened. Were they wolves? Did they even get a good look at them, or were they Varu? I think we know they're Varu. I think that we're already, because we rolled a weak hit on an Iron Vow. It's already complicated the quest. I don't think it's wolves. I think it might be Varu, because Trademark was talking about that before. And I think maybe they took the baby, but the baby might still be alive, and they want to transform it into one of their own. Did the baby learn the bare necessities? I think it did. I think because that's Ironsworn. We're moving off instinct. So when we feel that something could be the case, it most likely is. And especially when the rolls assure that we begin our quest with more questions than answers, it's already implying that it's more complicated than it seems. So we're probably dealing with Varu. So let's just add this in. Let's just add this in. Varu. I know I'm spelling their name wrong, but I don't care. So yeah, it's totally that. All right. So we made camp. We resolved the Swear and Iron Vow. I got what I needed for some rest. I'm at 2 spirit. Let's do some wits. Let's push forward. Let's push forward. Undertake a journey. Weak hit. Suffer some supply. That's fine. That's fine. Where do we get to? Where do we get to? And I think this is going to bring us, after these, it's going to bring us probably either at the edge or quite close here. I feel like, yeah, we're getting closer to our overall journey. What was yeah, this is the progress to Journey to the Chapel. That's right. Okay, cool. I have so many things to keep track of here. So we make this first journey, so we can push the we can push the avenge the taken child forward. One, we are making our way towards where this camp was. Gosh. Okay, so I don't need to advance that yet. And then this doesn't advance. Cool. I have a handle on all my shit. I promise. Oracle's location, please. Where am I going? A waterfall. I mean, that's fine. Location descriptor. Dense, corrupted, desolate. Ugh, I don't like any of those. Let's just start with dense. let's do dense. I feel like we need 3 descriptors for people, but when you do 3 descriptors for land, it gets so complicated. I mean, dense, corrupted, desolate. It just makes this place seem super fucking evil. Out here in the Havens, really? I don't like it because it's bad. I'm just wondering if 3 is too much. We'll stick with it, but in the future I think I'm just going to roll 1 and just stick with it. Potential opportunity idea. The group of wolves also move down so they are closer. Okay. I think that is an opportunity that they would be closer to us, so we might not have to go as far, though I don't know if that's an opportunity in our favor or against, because we kind of want them to be far away mechanically so that we can boost that vow a little bit more, make the journey a little bit more of that vow's beef, because it's also the direction we're heading, which is nice. But I think it would be interesting in a poor complication if they are closer, if they run into us versus us running into them, and then the vow is not quite as advanced, and there's a chance we don't succeed it. I like that. Are we near an area where Ida lives? Ida is all the way over here in the Broken Hills. We're still in the Havens. We are definitely this area. We are somewhere between the beginning of this red line and the end of this red line. We are because where I think their camp was attacked by the wolves, their baby was taken, somewhere in this vicinity. Yeah, Ida's over here. I don't think we're near Ida, but anyway, this waterfall, dense, corrupted, desolate. I think we see that the water is it's dirty. It's not clean. It looks muddy. It probably is not very, like, it's not flowing a lot. Like, there's probably a break up in the river nearby, and we can see, so corrupted. Yeah, something has caused the river probably ahead to staunch its flow, and for the waters pouring through it to have, because I don't want everything corrupted to be black iron. Probably like rust in it. Like, there's a lot of, like, it's got a color from like rust. So still iron. No, what would make it corrupted? I think it's just like over. I think the situation is that the wild has taken over here, and that a lot of the like the branches and like the thickets and the briar patch kind of situation going on is like sort of strangling the river a bit. And I think that is our sort of form of corruption in this scenario, where no, corrupt doesn't make sense. That's nature. I think we see the ruins. Yeah, I think around this waterfall, we see the ruins of the old ones. We see the remnants of a dam that was left over, that is only now starting to break apart into pieces. The water sort of staunching its flow. It was staunched long ago, but it's sort of breaking through. But the water that comes through is sort of dark and murky, muddy, and yeah, we see the remnants of what looks to be like a dam of the old ones that was left over. Bits of probably stone and iron in there as well, which would make sense for the rust. I just don't want the iron to be prevalent in every corruption in this world. And I think this is just the corruption of civilization still clinging to this place of nature that was once beautiful. So yeah, we're in some ruins, because we could spin corrupted that way. Yeah, a disease on the plants. Oh, yeah, that could be it too. I think we would see that the remnants of the old ones, the civilization that they built here, even though it's breaking down, it's sort of leaking into this area, with sort of the rust, the stones that have been shifted to hurt the river in this way. Yeah, I think that is kind of how this is corrupted. Like, a lot of area, it says desolate as well. I think a lot of this area has been kind of like, the soil is poisoned a bit as well, probably by God, I hate to say it, but probably by iron, probably by the rest of the iron a bit. It has kind of like, so the land's been salted almost by it, kind of thing. Ironsworn, 90% scenery, 10% combat, 100% amazing. Unintended magical pollution. Yeah, from the old ones, absolutely. Like, there's just like no growth around here. Like, this place isn't great, but as the sun begins to set, Kataka and me find that there isn't really... We could keep going and traveling into the dark, which is even more dangerous, or we can stop here at this waterfall, in this sort of not so savory area. Though it's not like there's spooky ghosts around. I mean, the ruins are ruins, but like there is my favorite word, respite, whatever. There is a shelter here, so we'll take it, and we're gonna make camp. And if this goes poorly, I mean, we fucking know what happens. Let's make camp here. I kind of want to test my luck. Here. I think I want to gather information. I just want to know more about this place, because now it's interesting. Something with spite in it, exactly. Now this place is interesting, and I think my own curiosity, I think bosses in turn, is going to get the best of us. We've taken enough time to describe this location. Now I want to know more about it a little bit. So I think as the campfire is churning, This is fine. I'll leave it. I think I stand up, and Kataka looks up at me. What is it? I don't know. This place is just kind of weird. You know, I grew up in Fool's Fall around the ruins of the old ones. These are similar, both similar and different in many ways. I kind of want to just have a look around, see what I can find. All right, do not get yourself in trouble. I will be fine. And yeah, I think I want to gather information. I want to look around this place. Please, opportunity. The Black Iron says something else about itself. Ooh, see, that's the opportunity. I think, yeah, if an opportunity, that would be an absolute fucking lootly. All right, let's just take a look around here before we make camp. Before we make that camp move, let's just take a peek. Weak hit. Information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Envision what you discover. +1 momentum. Complicates my quest. Which quest? The journey to find the Death Priest? The Avenge the Child? Or I feel like it's going to be Avenge the Taken Child, because it's so prevalent to here. What would we learn about this place that would... Was gather information the right move to make? Or should it have been a secure advantage, I wonder? And when I search... No, because this makes sense. Search an area, ask questions, conduct an investigation, follow a track. I'm just searching an area. It makes sense. But yeah, it discovers something helpful. No, information complicates your quest or introduces a new danger. Introduces a new danger makes a little more sense to me. What would that danger be? Check the theme card. What would be a good theme for this? Ancient. Yeah. Definitely. We're not in a delve, but we can totally... I've totally been using, like, reveal a danger and find an opportunity from delve for other things. 25. Artifact of terrible meaning or power. Ooh, fuck. You find evidence that it's Varu. I thought about that too. I wonder if that fits a little more thematically. If it was an artifact, it would have to deal with our own. It would be more of our own quest, but you know, Pig, I had already thought about the Varu, and that was my initial instinction. I decided to roll for fun, but now I'm thinking it should just be Varu. Evidence of Varu makes a lot more sense to me. So yeah, I think we search around this area. We're going through some of the really like I think where the waterfall trickles out. We get up because I think we're down below and the waterfall's more up here. Or the Doomsday Ancient Device. I'm gonna take the VAR. I don't want the Doomsday Device. The theme card is Ancient Disease or Contamination. Oh, jeez. I don't want that. That would have been terrible. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the theme card. I think Varu makes sense. So we go up. I go up towards the top of the waterfall where the actual dam is built, and the dam's probably only about 5 feet high or so, and I think I step on top of it and start looking at the stone and like looking over it, and going over some of the stuff. And as I look at the stone and I see it, I say, well, it's definitely of the same make as that of Fool's Fall, slightly different in its design. The old ones are quite mysterious. It would be nice to understand more about them. Maybe their relationship to this. I look down at my arms and the darkness that grows there. Yeah, I think now that I'm up here, though, I can sort of see clearer the area around me. And what kind of evidence of Varu do I find here? Law, acquire. Doesn't make sense to me. One more time on the theme. Strength. Yeah, okay, I got an idea. I see what looks to be, because I'm imagining the easiest thing. Yeah, markings on territories and trees to claim territory. Yeah, they're markings for sure. And the strength that it would take for them to leave those kind of markings in this stone. I'm going over and I see like I'm looking at sort of the intricate designs in the stonework of the old ones, and as I go along, I see what looks to be damage into them, and it looks like almost like a cross that's like a perfect like T mark that's sort of etched into this area with like, so it looks like this shit, like all this design and stuff, like it kind of looks like that, and as I go over it, I say, this is not how the old ones make. Oh, and I kind of like look at the damage and say, it would have taken great strength to cut into the stone this way. And I look around and I see there are tracks on the ground, and some of them are of wolven make and probably bipedal. I don't think we're just dealing with wolves. Fuck. And I climb back down to Taka. Chilpai look at me. Did you find what you were looking for? Not really. There are marks in the stone of an ill make. Says, what do you mean? I think we're dealing with something a little more than wolves. There are tracks up there on the ledge. The markings look to be that of firstborn make. And the tracks, though of wolves, are not of the kind who walk the earth on all fours. She just, and it would probably, wherever axe is, she'd like grip it a little bit. Varu. And I kind of just say, I thought they'd mostly of legend. She'd shake her head. Very real. Great. Just what we needed. And she's like fucking ready to go, like to fight these bastards. So yeah, we know we're dealing with Varu. Cool. Let's make that camp if we can. And then we gotta totally write up a new journal. All right, supply. 4 is my thing. Weak. So we just get 1 again. I'm just gonna keep building my spirit up. Like I need to just keep like bringing it back. I think with each rest, the darkness is starting to just sort of recede a little bit. Like it curls back on my arm. I think what it looks like is like veins inside, and then when it gets really flared up, like I think it like just like completely covers my arms. But like I think it's starting to recede back more and more. Kataka probably takes notice. You're getting that under control. For now. Not using it helps, says. Who would have thought? I say, it works in a pinch, says. Well, keep from using it for as long as you can. How about that? Yes. Only if our lives are in danger. Let's keep moving. We need to track down these Varu. Also, if you think about it, the attack was a motive too. With Lostholm pushing on their people and killing them, the group would feel justified dishing out the feeling of what they lost on those related to Lostholm. That's true, and they would probably hold any Ironlander as responsible for that. Oh man, it's already 1 a.m. Oh god, I'm having so much fun. I do have to close out though. Let's make one more move. And then we're going to write our thing, and then we're going to close. I can't keep the room for that long because my wife needs to sleep. And unfortunately, we have a 1-bedroom apartment with like two rooms to it. So she's either in there or here. So I want her to be able to sleep. Let's make this last move. Because this would be our oh yeah, so this would be our second journey. Yeah, let's just make one more because I love journeys. I love making moves. I just want to make one more. So we'll make this one more in the morning. Dang, we did so good today. No misses. Weak hit. Okay. We advance further. We take a hit on supply. And we push forward ever further. We go 1, 2. We go to a progress here. We do a little half. Clink. Journey to the chapel goes ever further. And yeah. Next time, let's find out where we would have ended up. We've moved past this place. Our new location is woods. We're in the woods. And a small descriptor, inaccessible. This is where the fucking Varu are. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay, I love this. Okay, so let's write the journal and then what we need to do next time, because we need to mark these woods on the map, give them a name, and this is totally Varu territory. Can I just say that this is the first boss? This is the first boss didn't get any misses. I know this is the first session I never got any misses, and the first character on stream to not get any misses. Overall, this is the first time I've ever... I think it's because of how few rolls we made, because there was a lot of description, but very, very few misses, as in none at all. So let's just do these. Where did I leave off? I left off with a make camp, which was strong. How far back was that? Was that this? God. We haven't taken the thing in a long time. Okay, all right. Undertake a journey. We actually made a good amount of moves. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Strong. Yep. Swear an iron vow. Weak. Yeah, I should have been. I skipped some journeying. What happens is you get caught up in what's happening, and then you forget to journal. Make camp goes from weak to miss. Oh, no, from miss to weak. Miss to weak. And then we have an undertake a journey. Weak. And then we have a I missed so I should have been journaling. Gather information. Weak. Make camp. Weak. Undertake journey. Week. Got it. Cool. All right, let's just do... I think we can brief this. We took back to the road. What? No. What was my last move? So the road was kind to us. Offered us some travelers with information. We traded for promise of vengeance. To slay some wolves that took their child. 3 days behind them. Took some travelers with information. Yep. They follow the way of the giants in a nomadic lifestyle. We traded for a promise of vengeance to slay some wolves that took their child 3 days behind them. As we made our way there, we found evidence. Find them. There were many questions as to how they lost the kid, but we needed to keep moving, and the information was good. Information on the road ahead was good. Lots of few wolves. As we made our way there, we found evidence of the situation being a little more complicated than that. Varu were involved, so not wolves. Much more dangerous. That's why it's not troublesome. It's a dangerous quest. We continue our journey. We pushed forward to a thick, inaccessible wood. Inside, no doubt, is the lair of these creatures. We swore upon iron, so we must enter. Vengeance will be swift. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. And then we're going to kill everything else that we had on here, and then we're just going to talk about what we're going to do next. What to do when we get back. First is detail the inaccessible forest. Enter in, find the Varu, deal with the situation. We might be able to, like, diplomatic with them. Like, it might not be a fight. Like, they might have the baby and, like, want to argue with us. Like, we might, maybe diplomacy. Like, maybe. I mean, technically it's vengeance. Probably not, though, because vengeance. Like, technically, but if we get the baby back, it kind of, like, changes things. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in that scenario. I don't know if there's anything else we need to do when we get back that we need to remind ourselves of. I felt like we made more rolls, though. Yeah, I know. I feel like we did. How many? Let's see. How many rolls? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It is less rolls than normal. Let me just bold this so I know what I'm looking at. It is considerably less rolls than normal. Let me give you like one of our previous sessions. So it would be session 7 with this. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, like, I think we did about half of our normal rolls. So that kind of contributes to it, but also pretty dang good luck to not get a single miss this session. Like, pretty nice and clean for boss. And yeah, we did. This was a pretty chill session. We effectively just got away from the monks, took on a new quest, and kept moving. There was a lot of description of the land, but you know, that's a part of the game, and I super enjoy it. Not every session has to be me almost losing everything. So it's nice to have at least one chill thing. And things are looking up for old boss. So like we don't need that hiatus just yet. Because like 3 Spirit isn't bad. Like we're actually looking pretty decent. And I'm starting to understand some of the mechanics of travel. Like taking those fucking camps is really important. I shouldn't force myself to constantly push undertaking a journey unless it makes sense to do so. Like if we're running from something or if we're in a dangerous place, sure, but especially because we're in the havens, things aren't so bad. I think that's why I started moving to take more camps, because like traveling up here in the north is like can't stay in one place, got to keep fucking moving as fast as you can. Traveling through the deep wilds is also dangerous. Like it's like kind of our first time we're moving across land that's generally civilized in some ways, and that like it's not the most dangerous place. So making those camps is nice. Like getting one every time is just a beautiful thing. But hey, that's a session. That is our game for the night. I enjoyed the hell out of it. For sure. Something that geez, what happened here? Oh wait, there it is. Okay, there it goes. But yeah, I super enjoyed this. It's always a good time to play Ironsworn every week, and it's just been a really good constant on my streams. I've been missing a lot of my Saturday streams. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow 100%. I know I'm hanging out with some buds from back home online because we couldn't get together this weekend, which was a bit of a bummer, but it's okay. We will reschedule that. So I have no idea if I'll be streaming on Saturday. It's just been hard to hit that stream up, or just any weekend stream, just because all the craziness going on, and it's kind of nice to get a weekend to just relax. But we will see what tomorrow brings us. If I stream, I stream. If I don't, I do not. So we will figure that out when we get there. But thank you for joining me, Trademark and Pig. I super appreciate you guys stopping by. And Zero, you stopped in for just a moment. I super appreciate that. But hanging out with us during Ironsworn. We missed Kataka this session, but hopefully we get her back next session. That'd be cool. Yeah, it was good. Take care, Pig. You have a good night, and you as well, Trade. But yes, next time I'll be streaming will either be tomorrow or Monday. Monday probably for sure. You can catch me then. So take care, guys. Have a good night and stay safe out there, and a good weekend if I don't see you. Peace. Bye. Also, if you're over on the Discord, thanks for stopping by. You're super cool. Thanks. Bye. Or if you're watching on YouTube, bye.